I came to Stony Brook, my first day was April 7th, 1976. When I left, I had been here for 43 years. And, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't, some people say, why'd you stay so long? And I tell them, it's not because I didn't have any place else to go. I was hired as an assistant dean for student and minority affairs. It was a new place, and it wasn't in cement. Okay, sometimes we were doing things as we went along, trying to figure it out, trying to do the right thing. But the one thing we all knew, that we were pioneers. I think the students felt that too. We got to make this thing work. We got to do this. And I think that because of that spirit, we all kind of felt like we were in it together. And to me, that was part of the foundation of all of what we see now. One of the things that attracted me here was the interdisciplinary approach. Once I heard that, I said, I'm coming. At the time, the curriculum included students from the other schools. That was the kind of spirit that school was built on. Interdisciplinary, learning to work together in teams, people respecting what the other person does, minimizing the professional stratification, hierarchical kind of a model. And so I found that very attractive. In the 70s, where there was a lot of activism, and there was a push for people to go into primary care, and so that it fit in very well at the time. One of my concerns early on was that we had to maintain that, and not allow our growth and to overshadow that important aspect for us. I always pushed, and still do, that we need to be involved in communities, particularly communities that are underserved, that need or desire our help. So a lot of the projects I became involved in or initiated were in that direction. For example, the what's called SB Home, I helped get that started. Why? Because we needed to have a presence, I thought, within communities. We needed to help people who were uninsured, underinsured, and work with them and their families. I wrote different grants to help to diversify the student body, and to introduce students to different communities that what I would say had been traditionally bypassed. But giving back, I think I would say it's kind of built into the culture here. That's what you do. A lot of the things that were going on at the time, I felt like we needed to be engaged in. So I was always trying to find opportunities for students to involve themselves in different aspects beyond the medical school. One of my favorite questions was, so what are you doing for somebody other than yourself? I wanted people to do something for other people. The education was my passion, and to have an opportunity to bring that passion to a setting like this, and it was a real opportunity. My job actually fulfilled all of the things that I went into the field of education for: to teach, to mentor, to advise, to guide, to be a role model, all those things. So, I just feel very fortunate that I could roll all those into one job. I was president of the University Senate, which at that time was rare for somebody from the HSC side to be the president of the University Senate, which engaged faculty on both sides of the street. What I wanted to do over the years was to create an environment around my office that was welcoming. I would tell students that, I'm never too busy to talk to you, ever. And I had an open door policy, meaning if my door was open, just come on in. once the word was out that I was somebody they could trust, that I would listen, that, I wasn't gonna run around, make their issues public, folks talked to me about everything. And I told them, you can talk to me about everything, okay? And we can figure it out. And sometimes people just need a spot, a safe haven. Just because they had something they wanted to blow off steam. Blow off steam, that's fine, it's safe here. The door's closed, go ahead, do what you need to do, don't worry about it. I think that's what a lot of students need and needed and still need to this day. And if there's somebody available, at least one person who's caring, that can make the difference between success and failure. The fact that we continue to evolve and not get stuck in the mud, I think is so critically important. And I think that we're well on our way to keeping that moving. I think we have the kind of students who have the resilience and the adventurism to help keep the place alive and current. I could not have done all of this without my wife, Barbara. We've been married for over 50 years. She has been my confidant, my soulmate, and at times my advisor. And so I always like to include her in conversations like these because it's that important to me. Part of my retirement speech, I said to them, as I look out, I said, I probably have a story about each one of you. And then I said, but don't worry, I'm not going to tell it.